now I am uploading a video I just did, which is, and everybody does that, which is I like to wear my old comfy underwear when I'm in my house. This is an apartment, but the gang stalkers with their EMF broadcast try to tell me this is not your house, this is an apartment. So my interpretation of the day is this is not a house. Now, part of that goes back to what I'm telling you, how they said this was a system that always existed. Oh, and I also adjust myself when I have my menstrual cycle. I always do that because, like most women, when you're moving around, it kind of slides out and you can leak. That's an other everybody does that, but I did a different everybody does that. My everybody does that was the comfy underwear. So how come they like to say this is not a house, this is an apartment, you do this wrong, you do that wrong? They said that this was linked to some sort of New York State program. Then they said it was a Catholic school program, and then they said it was linked to the Mossad. So they keep going over different reasons why they're doing this. It's a criminal organization. I wouldn't care if it was a criminal organization linked to whatever. It's a criminal organization. So they tried to have me fill in the blanks, but they still have it wrong, because what this criminal organization wanted to do was take stories from different people and a professor who wrote me as a character in her book without my consent or permission, and then make those things happen so that they could seem like, I don't know, that they weren't liars. So in the book, the professor's character named Shamega, who was also my professor, and described me in the book. So if you want to know what the character in the book looks like, she looks like me. Her dormitory was broken into, and they took underwear or threw her underwear around. So that's one of the things that they tried to recreate from the book in my life. So it had to be after 2016 that they was doing this, because that's when they found out about the book. And even when I was Googling myself as Shamega Johnson, the book came up. So my interpretation of this is not a house is because they wanted to come up with a way to make their criminal activity seem like it wasn't a crime. It's a crime. It's a crime to break into people's homes. It's a crime to harass them 24/7. It's a crime to bang. It's a crime to hit me in the head in order for me to see things. So they said this, like yesterday or today, was the first time I could actually see something from the corner of my eye that wasn't there. That's a crime. That's a crime. So to say that this is not a house is making it seem, and they said this is more like a laboratory. That's my interpretation. My interpretation was they wanted to take all comfort from me and treat me like a lab rat, like some sort of animal that doesn't get the right to have her privacy, her private moments. They would say, oh, there's a little piece of lint right here. Is that a booger? Why don't you talk about, this is a piece of lint. Is that a booger? Why don't you talk about blah, blah, blah? So they wanted to turn my life into me being some sort of animal. Walking, they said I would run around in my apartment when I heard the noises, looking for where the noises were coming from. Do you know how bad that is? Do you know how horrible they are? They're horrible people. And they said they thought they could keep me private. Why would you put me in a book if you wanted to keep me private? They don't make any sense. So my interpretation of this is not a house is we're going to turn your home, your house. This is my house. Like when I say my house, that feeling you get when you say, as someone who is a homeowner, this is my house. And you people thought you were going to turn this into the house that it turned into, and had no feeling. They said, we can't feel any emotion for you. We can't feel anything for you. They said, we hate you that much. I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching.